Rider in terms of national victories is looking to add to his tally, but if he's to do so, then he's going to have to work for it. The likes of Cameron Donald, who we just saw, and this man, Michael Pearson, should prove very tough to beat. This is the view from William Dunlop Suzuki. He's in the second wave of riders, but that won't count against him, as it's the rider with the best time overall who wins. We're almost ready to go. Look at Farquhar, face fixed firmly towards the signal to go. We're away. Beautiful start. Everyone away cleanly. Riding with Michael Pearson. Tucked in behind Farquhar and Donald and tearing down toward Gordon for the first time. It's Farquhar who leads, Donald second. Where is Dunlop? He may enter the picture shortly, but look at Farquhar go. Meanwhile, second wave away. William Dunlop is sixth, but John Walsh on 61 is on it and gets the better start. We're back with the race leaders. Oh, Michael Pearson goes through. Past Cameron Donald, up into second place, out of Gortin, but it's Farquhar who still leads. Third wave about to go. It's Andrew Courtney on bike 99 who leads them away down to Gortin. Well, here comes Farquhar. And Michael Pearson, well, he means business. Second place, past Cameron Donald. Michael Dunlop fourth, and Adrian Archibald has passed John Burrows. We're riding with William Dunlop on the approach to McAdoo. Very rough surface and a slight ditch on the outside of the exit, so you don't want to get too close to the hedge. But having passed John Walsh, William Dunlop is on his way. Here comes Farquhar, racing a rocket and flying like one. Pearson, Donald, undoubtedly the most spectacular part of the course, hugely popular with fans. So too is this man, Farquhar, riding like a man possessed. He's already a couple of seconds up on Pearson, who's fallen back slightly to Donald, who's racing on this circuit, of course, for the first time in 3 years, even though he lives just down the road. Michael Dunlop crosses the line, but all the action's up ahead of him as Cameron Donald and Michael Pearson duke it out for second place. Whoa, they almost came together, both riders taking no prisoners, and now it's hard on the anchors as they tip into Gorton, but it's Pearson who moves up into second, Donald in third place, and it's quite literally gloves off for both men. If Ryan Farquhar was aware of what was going on behind him, he'd probably be pushing even harder to get away from Pearson and Donald. Ollie Linsdell, bike 133. All race fans will recognise him as the son of Steve, while 101 is Brian McCormack. This is the man in second place. Watch the front forks going up and down. That gives you an indication of how bumpy the road is as we approach Mackney. It's lower the revs, down through the gears, then back on it, and up through the box eventually, as we get the power on again. Oh, Cameron Donald, who's only supposed to be getting a few miles in, he's racing, isn't he? And he won't have enjoyed giving up second place. But Ryan Farquhar carrying on where he left off at Scarborough a week ago, where he won 8 races against some very good opposition, and look at the advantage he's built up already. And what a dice this is turning out to be for second. Pearson, Donald and Dunlop in that order. Well, here they go. It's all eyes on Cameron Donald as he looks to take Michael Pearson. Oh, he does so, swoops past. There's a brand new engine in his Suzuki. It's the K9 bike, if we can get technical for a moment, but the engine is brand spanking new. Pearson's on a Superbike, which is literally straight out of the box, and this is his first race since his 2 wins at Bishop's Court last year. Oh, Cameron Donald manages to hang on to second place, but he's on it, isn't he? Well, into McAdoo. Pearson again goes deep on the brakes. Almost stop and start while Donald looks to keep the throttle rolling just a little bit more perhaps, but not by much. Well, Farquhar's gone and he's a long way ahead of these two who are arguing over second place. Michael Dunlop staying very interested in fourth. No new machinery for him, although it is a bike he's enjoyed success on in the past as we ride with Pearson. Donald Suzuki looks to have lots of bottom to mid-range grunt, enabling him to pull away from Pearson, who looks to have plenty of top end himself. Let's check on the race order. It's Farquhar from Donald, then Pearson, Michael Dunlop fourth, Archibald fifth, Derek Shields a superb sixth with William Dunlop in seventh. Now then, this is where the action is at present. It's still Donald from Pearson, and as we've seen, the Suzuki is very, very fast in the straight line, and Pearson's best chance perhaps is on the brakes into Gorton, but he doesn't look close enough to make a move just yet. Pearson sticking with Donald though. This is season campaigner David Morgan with young gun Ollie Linsdell right on his tail. It's still going off between these two, and if Michael Dunlop gets involved, it may just get a little bit messy. That's who we're looking back from, and that dot in the distance is Adrian Archibald, who's actually a lot closer than he looks. The camera just makes him look further away than he actually is. Cameron Donald about to grab some air. You don't notice that jump when you're driving around at normal speed, but hey, this of course is far from normal speed. The man with all the speed at present is Ryan Farquhar, and that's not even his Superbike, that's a super stock machine. His new Superbike is due shortly, we're told. Meanwhile, here comes the cavalry, and Paul Cranston, number 93, is probably wondering what's happened. The veteran racer getting lapped, and he's in front of Michael Dunlop as they go around. Michael Dunlop shaking his head, wants to get past Paul Cranston. Oh, Paul Cranston won't have any of it. Oh, I don't know if Cranston knows Dunlop's there. Dunlop had to back off. He went to go past Paul Cranston. No blue flags, of course, to warn Dunlop a shake of their head. And Cranston, oh, he doesn't know that Archibald was coming through as well. Oh dear, oh dear. Paul Cranston is not going to be popular. Oh, down goes a rider. That's William Davison. He was just outside the top 10. Now, if he can get going again, he may not lose too much time. Into McAdoo. Very throaty sounding Suzuki being ridden by William Dunlop. He's riding for Chris Dowd's CD Racing outfit this year. The bigger bike's not really his speciality, but he's proving what a fine talent he is. And he's only around 4 or 5 seconds off second place. Well, Donald has left them. The fight is on for third. Michael Dunlop can practically taste third position. He was that close to Pearson as he quite literally leapt past him. Well, there's Donald with Dunlop now up into third, of course, and Pearson, who started so brightly, looking as if he could lose fourth place to Adrian Archibald, who's very close to the Kawasaki, and having just watched Dunlop go through, will now fancy his chances of a move. Ryan Farquhar's lead is around 10 seconds. What a performance this is turning out to be. The local man, once again, running his own team, looking every inch a race winner yet again. Well, we ride with the man in third, and we can just about make out his target. That's Cameron Donald in second place as they tear down toward Gorton. Don't think for one moment that the Australian second place is a done deal. Michael Dunlop certainly won't be. It's amazing to think that while his rivals are on specially built racing superbikes, this man is on a super stock machine, which is virtually the same as a normal road-going ZX-10. Oh, hang on a moment. What looked a comfortable second place for Cameron Donald has now turned into a tussle with Michael Dunlop, who's closed right in and has certainly got designs on getting past the Australian. However, time is running out. If Dunlop's going to fashion a move, it's got to be now. Well, you know, from looking at the crowd who's coming, it's Ryan Farquhar who takes the first Superbike win of the day. But who is going to get second? An audacious move by Dunlop is what's required. But it won't happen unless Donald makes a mistake, which he won't do. So, a thrilling conclusion for second, with Cameron Donald getting the nod over Michael Dunlop as they cross the line. But it's this man who's soaking up the applause. A stunning flag-to-flag victory for Ryan Farquhar. There could even be a lap record in there as well. We'll have to check. No doubting, though, who's number one in Cooktown at present. Results time, a great fifth place for Derek Shields behind Adrian Archibald. Michael Dunlop third, just slightly behind Cameron Donald. For Ryan Farquhar, it's a big win.